Yo, welcome back. Today I thought I might try a little voiceover and I want to show you why I changed into minimalist shoes. A while ago in one of my videos I mentioned how I used to have knee pain when I was 18, and I was reading a book about barefoot running, and I was talking about this book with my friend, and I mentioned to him how I'm gonna try barefoot running, and he knew I had knee pain, so he mentioned why don't you just try that when you're walking? And I was like, shit, I never thought about that. So there I was a month later, about I think it was January 2020. I bought the shoes and I started wearing them, and pretty much overnight I didn't have any sharp shooting pain up my knee again. Although since then I've had other problems, which has led me to unravel all the dysfunctions that I have. But that's a video for another day. Today I thought, let me show you the difference between the two shoes that I wore before and after having knee pain, especially sharp shooting knee pain. Not that I don't have any knee pain now, but just so you know the difference in mechanics of what makes the two shoes different. So if you watch the first video, you can see how it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but if you watch carefully, when I have my foot extended flat off the step, imagine if I'm going down the step, if I have my foot flat as I go down, I land with my heels because the heel is the thickest part of the boot, of the shoe. And if you watch in barefoot shoes, I do the same thing. If I have my foot flat as it lands, if you watch it carefully, I can rewind it again. As it lands, I have that little space between the forefoot touching and the heel touching the ground, where the shock is kind of absorbed throughout the whole body. And it sounds like it doesn't make a lot of difference, but if I show you a video of me jumping barefoot and with shoes side by side right here, you'll see the difference. So I'll watch that first. If you think there's not much difference, I would say have a look first at the knee area of the video with the shoes on, especially my jeans. You can see it, my jeans like shake in the knee one, in the shoes on one, and in the barefoot one you can see how I kind of have this elastic recoil of my knee, and you can imagine kind of like a bouncing ball, a ball bouncing. You know, if you see a ball bouncing, like a bouncy ball bounce, it I don't know the right words for it, but I guess conserves, what's the right word, but it carries the momentum on, and only slowly does it come to a stop. Whereas let's say a bowling ball, it'll literally just fall down and absorb all the shock. This is similar to what's happening with my legs here. Obviously there's a lot of things going wrong, but the biggest thing is, again, even if I land on my toes, if you watch both videos, I'm landing on the front of my feet. The back of my shoes doesn't let me actually land fully with my heels to the floor, so I don't have as much area to absorb the shock in. And you can, I was just playing around with this. I didn't expect to see such a big difference. And if you try this, actually, surprisingly, even on concrete, if you jump with shoes on and you jump without shoes on and you land the same way, just close your eyes and you actually feel difference. Because I felt it being easy on my knees in the one with no shoes on, which is crazy. And it's not to say you can always land on your forefoot and your midfoot. There is times when you're walking, or all the time when you're walking. I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like, the striking power pattern of when you're walking, running and sprinting. Sprinting is predominantly on your forefoot, and then running is a bit on your midfoot, and then walking is spread across the whole foot. You kind of want to roll into the next step, if you will. I'll go more into detail on that in another video, but I just wanted to talk about how heel striking can affect you even if you're not running. That was my biggest point, literally, of the whole video. And that's what I learned when I took those shoes off and I changed my shoes. I was like, shit, that knee pain is gone. It was actually kind of shocking, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize until like a couple months later. But yeah, I think this should clear up what I mean when I say heel striking is bad. And obviously, at the end of the day, if you haven't tried it, that's the biggest thing. I think the two things are knowing what it looks like, knowing the difference by not just looking, but also feeling. So if you try it, and the second is finding out if you do it, and that's it's important that you like see yourself in a video, you know. And if you can't be bothered to do that, to be honest, spoiler alert, anything with heels is gonna be harmful. But anyway, I thought that was that's all I was gonna say this week. Heel striking, it can affect you even if you have even if you don't run and you just walk. Because I was under the assumption that it's only for running. Because online, if you see all the videos, it's all about how heel striking is bad when you're running. Well, it can affect you even when you're walking. The little heel, because it's so thick, it stops the heel from touching the floor fully when you're jumping. And when you are extending into the next step, you can't roll into the next step as well. But anyway, there's so many other things I can go into. So I thought, you know what, this week, if you guys have like a specific question, or you think, oh, I don't understand this, or something that you've thought of that I could make a video on, let me know, because I want to answer questions instead of just going on. Even though it makes sense, I want to know what I'm missing, and I can't know that unless people are reporting back. So let me know. Anyway, that was it for this week. Take care.